Welcome back to SportsLine here on News Channel 5 Plus. This is by far one of the funnest shows I've done in a long time. Live in studio with Eric Young, multi-time world champion in professional wrestling and Impact Wrestling, and of course Crazy Charlie Saunier, the leader and captain of the Renegades of Puck. And of course we've got the big Homebase Freakout event coming up at Tailgate Brewery a week from Friday, one day before the outdoor game between the Predators and the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's going to be a blast, so make sure you get down there and check everything out, because it's an all-ages event. It's going to be a lot of fun. Pizza, beer, you know.
All ages, no cover, pizza and beer. All you got to do is show your ID at the door. All families are welcome. All peoples are welcome. Hockey fans, people that just love to celebrate. And JB, just before we finish plugging the event, I just wanted to say a big thanks to Trey and Liz over at Tailgate Brewery. These are people that are on the ball. They are going to help us make this event something that's talked about for years to come. Tailgate Brewery is a top-notch, world-class establishment, and I don't imagine working with anybody other than them. After all, they are releasing the Renegades of Puck.
Oh, man, it's great. And I, like I said, I could be happier for the two of you being able to put this event on. All right, let's talk some professional wrestling. All right, I was a former NWA East two-time brass knuckles champion. Spent some time in the ring. Crazy Charlie,
I'm the biggest loser on the panel.
You were a hardcore wrestling legend in the Deep South, in the Georgia territory. I mean, I've bled a few buckets. You've bled a few buckets.
I've bled a few buckets, yeah.
Yeah. So obviously you and I are huge wrestling fans, and
fan
Eric,
of this guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, getting a chance to get to know you and work with you a little bit at Impact Wrestling. It looks like you're having a blast. You know, you got the Violent by Design thing going, and you know, you had a long run. You know, here before, then you were in WWE for a while. Now you're back with Impact Wrestling. Been back a couple of years. How much fun are you having at Impact? Because the one thing I can say, you know, hosting the BTI show for as long as I did, hopefully will again, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The locker room there is absolutely fantastic. Everybody is there pulling on the same rope. And you mentioned the one thing that I always remember, EY. You know, Impact Wrestling, for those that don't watch, you should definitely watch, because it is, as you said, it is a wrestling show written by wrestlers for wrestling fans.
Yeah, and it is, and it's something that I'm proud to be part of. I mean, the reality is I've done very well for myself in wrestling, and have been doing very well for myself for a long time. I don't have a lavish lifestyle. I've been very smart with my money, and I work there because I want to, not because I have to. I don't think a lot of people could say at 42 they could retire, but I'm sitting here telling you I could retire. I might have to work at Walmart as a greeter.
You'd be great.
When I'm 70.
Be like, hey, is that Eric Young?
Yeah,
hey,
that's something I might have to do. But I work there because I want to, you know, and it's ran professionally. I'm treated very well, and well as most of the guys there are treated very well. It's a professional wrestling show written by wrestlers for professional wrestling fans. And minute to minute, pound for pound, it's the best professional wrestling show on TV. There are other shows that are bigger, that do bigger numbers, that are television shows. But I'm saying, if you're a professional wrestling fan, you love professional wrestling, you love storytelling, you love hard-hitting action, you love, you know, all the things that I fell in love with as a pro wrestler, you fell in love with it, you fell in love with as a pro wrestler. Impact is doing that in a very modern way. It's growing by leaps and bounds, and I think it's seen in over 100 countries now. Wow. They're getting back on over in Europe. They're on in Russia. There's a huge deal with YouTube right now. It's just growing. It's growing like crazy, and it's really cool to be part of that. The underdog thing, like the Renegades of Puck are. You know, being part of something
like that. The little
engine
that could,
The little engine that could, for sure. And yeah, I'm having a blast. Maybe the best time I've ever had in my career. And I've got a huge pay-per-view match against Jay White, one of the top guys in wrestling today. You know, headlined a sold-out show at Madison Square Garden for New Japan. Headlined a sold-out show at the Tokyo Dome in downtown Tokyo, and I'll be wrestling him one-on-one in New Orleans this Saturday.
It's going to be amazing.
So, yeah, it's very cool. Very cool time in my life. Very cool time in my career.
Charlie, what's it been like for you to, you know, we watched this guy on TV for so many years, and the fact that we get to know him now and hang out with him a little bit. He's not only a great wrestler, great guy. I mean, you got to be proud of this guy.
They call him the world-class maniac, but you know what I want to call him? World-class friend.
Yeah.
World-class human being. World-class dog owner.
Yeah, that's true.
I met Showtime Eric Young, Violent by Design, all the way back in 2005 when they were filming in Printer's Alley, the opening sequence for TNA Destination X. If you want to see the ultimate deep dive YouTube Easter egg, pull up the 2005 intro and look as Eric Young plays Sting in the intro, and a certain overweight person wearing a Yankees jersey plays Babe Ruth behind him, and it's a very cool thing put together, I believe, by Eric Tompkins and Andrew Thomas at the time.
Yeah, shout out to those guys, man. The guys that work behind the scenes at Impact are absolutely great.
So I got to meet Eric all the way back then in 2005,
That's awesome.
And we started talking hockey legitimately. He's wearing the Sting makeup, and I'm wearing a Babe Ruth jersey holding him back. We're standing in Printer's Alley, and we're talking Leafs, Rangers, and Preds and stuff like that. It was a matter of a week or two before we went to our first game together, and I'm not going to say we've been inseparable, but we've been the closest of friends, and hockey is what brings us, is what's brought us together for the last 17 years.
Well, we got a little less than 2 minutes left in this segment, but the one thing, for those that don't know, Charlie, you've worked some of the best guys in the business, you know, back in the indie days. I mean, you've worked guys like AJ Styles.
That's the one.
You know, you're tag team champions with New Jack, God rest his soul. I mean, you've seen some of the best come down the pike.
I've been incredibly lucky. I've had an almost 27-year career in the entertainment industry that has spanned radio, professional wrestling, hockey, and now being involved in podcasts and hopefully one day in the TV world. I have no idea where this rocket ship is heading, JB, but all I know is I've had a blast being on it the entire time. Everywhere I've ever been, I've learned the next great lesson for the next great phase of my life. And I assume right here, this desk right now with the two of you, I'm learning something right now that's going to come and be a big deal for me in the future. It's been
you've always got a home here. I mean, you know,
roller coaster ride ever. JB, all
door
you
is
have
always
to do,
open here at News Channel 5 Plus.
I will come and hang out with Henry Rothenberg anytime.
You don't want to do that.
All right. How about Rory? Can I hang out with Rory?
Yes,
He's the coolest,
Rory,
man.
yes,
Rory's the best.
And Vicky Yates can't wait to meet you. She left, but
and before you cut me off, I want to say thank you to News Channel 5 SportsLine and this incredible crew. You're not just the best television station in Nashville and in this market. You're some of the most incredible people, the incredible crew. You're on my TV in the morning. You're on my TV at 4 in the afternoon. You're on my TV 10 at night. If I don't get the weather from you, from Henry, then I don't know what's going on. So just thank you so much to News Channel 5. This is a really big moment for me. 27 years of being in some of the most impressive buildings in this country and places. I don't know that I've ever been somewhere that I've been so excited to be other than the News Channel 5 studios, where Hope Hines and Eric Yutzy and all of the greats and the legends and everybody's favorite newscasters have sat. To sit at this desk really means something to me.
Well said. Well, one more break. We're back after this. Stay with us.